This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. A late-season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Red Raiders head coach before the game. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Running inside, it's Blaylock. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Catch in the middle. It's Blaylock. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field. But when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play caller.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Right side, it's Thomas. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And the Sooners are rolling down the field. Quarterback changing the play. They'll move the tight end. He wants to throw it again. Quickly out to the tight end. Runs, continues to fight for yards. Run down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
And, man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make some plays so he's feeling bulletproof. 4 for 4 to start the game. Yes, please. Offensive coordinator Jesse, I'm giving him an A+ so far for checking those boxes.
Well, he's done a good job getting his quarterback prepped for this one, too, because watching this guy throw the ball, he's making quick decisions, and he's throwing the ball with a lot of conviction. You can tell.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to throw. It's Hammond. Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to go for a big one. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide left, it's Carter. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
He unleashes a long one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Out wide right, it's Coleman Williams. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. The Red Raiders decide to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Sells to run, looking to pass. Still looking to his right. On the run, deep down the right side. Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
The play fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Move to his right. Fires on the move. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Under pressure, and to get rid of it quickly.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
It's Sategna. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Slings it downfield. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Rid of it on the RPO. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Moving the pocket, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
He's looking deep. He's got it inside the 15. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback keeps it. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Motion from the back. Second down, gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up fourth.
4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. To the air, it's Hammond. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
That's just what the doctor ordered in the running game. He gets it out to the 16 before going out of bounds.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Throwing on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket, and good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds us back in the middle. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And I love the angle route, whether it's man or zone. If you throw it with timing and you wait for it to develop, most of the time it's going to come open. Great job by the quarterback seeing it, hitting the running back.
The Sooners are flying down the field. To the air, it's Mateer. He's going for it all. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Looking for more room. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
The fake wants to throw. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Red Raiders. He got it beat down in bounds. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Pategna. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Look out! Trying to make something happen. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Hits inside, it's Danzy. Enough to move the chains. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And the Red Raiders will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Tells the run, wants to pass. Big guy smells it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Straight ahead, it's Williams. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room.
And that is how you get it done. Third down, it's the money down, right? We've got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on third down?
Here we go on fourth and goal, ground to cover. To the air, it's Hammond. Back swinging for the goal line. He had a chance to try to run it in, but he's out of bounds, short of the goal line, and the defense makes the stand.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out of the field and make some stops.
He's changing the play. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Pulls it in, it's Blaylock. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space for the first down.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Escapes the pressure to his right. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
This defense is going to have their hands full trying to keep this guy in the pocket. They do not want to let him get outside because of that speed. His ability to extend plays makes this up.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback keeper. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Looking for a man, it's Mateer. Left side is Avant. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Making the adjustment. Drops back on 1st down. Stepping to the right. Unloads to the wideout. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And man, oh man, I just don't understand what we're trying to do offensively. Like, last possession was your 4th pick, and coming out, throwing again. They've got to find some way to settle this dude down or settle his behind on the bench and find somebody else that can make some plays.
Makes a connection.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
The Sooners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Right side, it's Sategna. Could not make his way to the corner. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Finds his target. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Stopped short of the first down marker, and now they might have to settle for the field goal and maybe tie the game going into the half.
And that... He is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Sooners will try to convert on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. It'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The give is to Williams. Oh, he's got some space. Pass to 50. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Right back to the well. Inside the 30. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Red Raiders. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. He's got great speed. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with the Washington Huskies taking on the Boise State Broncos. And it's the Huskies looking to make it 9 for 10 here this season. This team knows exactly who they are. They've taken on the identity of that head coach, and they are a serious contender. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. He's had a day, 103 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They'll give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride. stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Sells to fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing, you've got guys swiping at it. You've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking downfield. It's Mateer. Makes the grab on the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Rush is on. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down to the air. Rolls right. He'll pull it down. It's a fumble. And the fumble goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. Actually picked up yardage on the play.
You start to get that offense going, start having success. You've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
3rd down for the offense after recovering their own fumble. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. There he goes. Got enough space. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They take the lead here in the 2nd half.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it, put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. You couldn't ask for better starting field position. The drive covers 26 yards and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Hammond. Out wide left, it's Carter.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The give is to Williams. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. They're all over him. He just got rid of the football. I'm not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding. They'll take the penalty and move them back. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Dumps it to the back. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Well, in a situation like that where it's 3rd and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
The Red Raiders line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
This is a design run. Drop immediately. He got nothing on first down. Second and long here. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Looking left. Makes the grab in the open. Out of bounds. Stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death in that.
He's going for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
And take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? Do you want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, you know, listen, they aren't as great as corners in covering, so I like finding matchups and exploiting them.
On third down, he drops to throw. Finds a man in the middle. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Moving out to the right. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. Second and long working here. Looking to throw, it's Batir. Keeping his eyes downfield. Left side is Avant. Gets away from one, he's got space. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the third down very manageable.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Catch in stride inside the 15. Touchdown Sooners. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering him. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. And so after that play got sideways, the intentional grounding brings up second and long. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Rush right in his face. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Turning it on. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Took it all the way back to the house. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their sixth straight win.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Rides to the back. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. The give is to Williams. Maybe some room here. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Well, we know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On play action. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's Hammond. He uncorks one deep. Underneath toast to coverage. Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
And that's exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
They'll line up to go for 2. The give. He goes in for the 2, and now they've got it down to 10. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team. It's a fumble. And he gets back on top of it and averts disaster.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Sooners, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. They want to run this quarterback. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Booster! Changing the routes with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Fires toward the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Play action on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Shakes a man, and he might take off. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late.
Makes the catch, and he's free. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Throws to the wideout. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Red Raiders! How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Sets his feet. It's Hammond. He's got it for the two-point conversion.
And it's more common to throw for the two-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You could tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice two-point conversion.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He breaks a tackle. Just smothered on the play. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Flush to the left. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Got some green grass. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
And that's a really good stop by this defense. This is when you need it the most. You know they're running the football. You got to be physical. You got to get the ball back when you're trailing. Get the ball back to your offense. Nice stop on 3rd down.
He goes out of bounds, short of the marker. They'll turn it over on downs, and this one is going to be over. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can't stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like